So recently I've been watching these videos of people who take a photo of themselves every day to see their evolution over time, and you better believe that for 45 days straight now I've been taking my phone, snapping a photo, and appending it to my image sequence. And so far I have a pretty short video, but I ran into a bit of an issue. See, if you take these photos chronologically and render this out, this is what you end up getting. Yeah, I know, it's pretty shaky and not nearly as mesmerizing as me staring you down for a month and a half. So the question is, how do we get from here to here? Or from here to here, here to here, or here to here? And the answer is stabilization. I mean, of course it is. We just pick a feature in our image, and for every following frame, we just line this up to get a position stabilized result. We can also take this a step further and choose two features so we can also stabilize for rotation and scale. But wait a minute, I'm not saying anything new here. Of course you'd want to stabilize your sequence, and other people who've been doing this for much longer have already been doing this to their daily photos. True, but I guarantee you this is what they're doing. They're taking two consecutive photos, overlaying them so there's a bit of overlap, changing the transparency to get that onion skinning effect, and then manually adjusting the second photo, which is not only super time consuming when you have hundreds of photos, but will also introduce a slight drift over time. And I'm telling you right now, stop this madness. This is what you're going to do instead. Open up Blender, in the render tab change the view transform to standard, head over to the movie clip editor and import in your image sequence so we can begin tracking. Control click the left tear duct to add a tracker and manually track it through the shot. Control click the right tear duct and do the same thing. And so far we have our sequence with two location tracks that we want to use for stabilization, and to do this just add both of these trackers as position stabilizers. Do the same thing for rotation and scale. Head over to the compositing workspace, and with nodes enabled we're just going to import in our sequence and run it through our stabilization, which yields a perfectly stabilized, fairly handsome. Point is, does this take a lot of time? Yes. Less time than doing it with the manual? Yes. Would you recommend starting this whole daily photo thing? Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool idea. Oh yeah, by the way, I've been cgmatter, you've been you. Thanks for 100k subs. Bye-bye. Listen, are you right now trying to fend off boredom? Maybe you want to get into that hobby you always thought was interesting, or maybe you just want to explore your creativity. Well, in that case, the sponsor for this video, Skillshare, is for you. And Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes and workshops about topics like photography, graphic design, and yes, Blender as well. Does Skillshare have advertisements? No, it doesn't. What about premium courses? Well, yes, they do, and one in particular I want to recommend is How to Make Merch with Draplin, who you either know because, well, it's Draplin, or maybe you've seen one of his designs before. And this course not only goes over the theory of design, but also gets into a bit of business strategy. And I know what you're thinking, how can something like this be affordable? No way. Well, in that case, you'd be happy to know that not only is the annual subscription of Skillshare Premium less than $10 a month, but also the first 1,000 of my subscribers who click the link in the description will get a 2-month free trial of the premium membership, so you can explore your creativity.